All right. So what are we talking about today with Disney? So what I wanted to do was Disney has announced, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty here. They've announced they're going to expand investment and double capital over 10 years. So they're going to spend roughly, allegedly, right? They're promising in an Amber Heard type promise way to spend $60 billion on their parks over 10 years. And mind you, this is a plan. This is not a commitment. This is a plan. They're planning to invest $60 billion over 10 years. So they announced that, and they said they're going to spread that money over all of their properties. So specifically, they talk about previously doing additions to California Adventureland, Galaxy's Edge, Hollywood Studios, Adventure Campus, Walt Disney World Park in Paris. But when they look at the future, they're really talking about Asia. They're really talking about other areas of the world. They're talking about bringing things to Shanghai Disney. So that's one of the biggest things they really want to focus on is expanding their Asian properties, expanding Shanghai Disney, as well as expanding their Hong Kong Disneyland and other areas that are outside of the United States. So a lot of that expansion that they want to target is going to be outside of the United States. And we're going to get into that when we jump right into the 8K, when we jump into the actual SEC filing. They claim that they have over 1,000 acres of land for possible future development. Well, guys, guess what? Guess what? Most of those acres of land are in Florida. And this is where the rubber hits the road. When these guys brag about development, right? When these guys brag about development, this development is going to be stopped by the litigation in Florida. So the litigation they've still got going on with the CFTOD, with DeSantis, that's going to prevent them from going ahead on any of these plans. And that's what nobody is seeing. Like a lot of the big-brained outlets like Barron's over here, which published Disney to nearly double investments in the park, the stock is falling. It doesn't understand. They don't get it why they're tanking. They just simply don't understand. And JL says for 2, why would you expand to a communist country? Tards. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So you're going to keep putting money into something that, number one, you don't own, you lease it. And actually, it's not even you leasing it. It's a Chinese company leasing it, and you're getting the revenues from that. So you're putting money into that. And at the first sign of conflict, right? So in the next 10 years, you are betting that there will not be a conflict between the U.S. and China, or not be any sort of crisis between the U.S. and China. I would not make that bet. I would not make that bet. There's going to be nothing there that would cause them to mess with your income stream, to block your income stream, to maybe take away your park, to confiscate your IP or steal your IP. That's a hell of a bet. It is a hell of a bet. So that's one thing that I just think these people are not getting. They're not seeing that. And right here, you can even see here, Disney stock flashing bear signal amid streaming buzz. So they're looking at the chart for Disney, and this chart looks abysmal. Now, listen, this is not hashtag financial advice. Mind you, it's not hashtag legal advice, medical advice, romantic advice, or any other type of advice. But this doesn't look good for me. I'm not a professional. I don't know much about finances and stuff, but this doesn't look good. This trend here does not look good for Disney. Brandon, member for 5 months, says change the damn playback speed setting. I have to look into that, Brandon. I've never messed with the setting, so Let's go 1.5x. Go 1.5x. Is Jonas in the chat? Oh, if Jonas is in the chat, let me send you a little link here in case you want to join Jonas. Since you've been a cool homeboy on the channel. So I'll send you a little link if you want to pop in here. So this is really crazy. So Disney has attracted plenty of investor attention lately amid the entertainment giant's potential sale of ABC. The company also recently settled its cable dispute, returning ESPN and other channels to Spectrum. Now, this was a big deal, but really you see the death of ESPN as a platform kind of written on a wall, especially as a streaming platform, a separate streaming platform. So I think that it was really going to be a lose-lose for both of these folks in the long run, for both Spectrum and ESPN Plus. But that being said, this is where they go here. They go television streaming, and the future of it is a hot topic among analysts. And Raymond James has joined the discourse. The firm initiated coverage of DIS with an outperform rating, saying the company's strong asset portfolio will help support a steady push towards streaming. Well, to me, this is ridiculous. They're already streaming, and their streaming platform is failing. It's not making any money. They already have a streaming platform available, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But perhaps I'm not looking at this right, and perhaps I could use the eye of a good friend, my friend Jonas J. Campbell. Jonas, how's it going?
Hey, doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. I am up very late at night because I saw all this tomfoolery.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
With the investment, and I said, you know what, I've got to talk about this, because even as we speak, actually, I posted on Twitter a little bit when it was $82, but now we're at $81.95. This is an active ticker here. We're at negative 3.6. So we are definitely in a retracement here. I think we were testing a high, they're testing a high, did not break out of this funk. So now we're headed lower, right? I think there was a temporary blip there.
I can't understand here what if investors are reading through the Josh DeMaio, we'll say smoke screen, because I'd like to keep it clean. But there's a lot of baloney in that $60 billion figure. First of all, it includes cruise ships, which is where they're going to be spending a lot of money. This is all focused on the language that they used was things that will make them the most money. They didn't say those exact words, but that's not actually the theme parks. That's the hotels and the timeshare.
Well, Jonas, have you seen what they actually filed with the SEC?
Yes, I did. Actually, I got a video coming out in about 25 minutes.
Okay. Well, I don't want to spoil you because I'm literally pulling it up right now because this to me blew my mind, right? So you can save some special sauce for your video. I don't mean to drag you into it, but I just have to comment on it because to me, especially, mind you, and this is the most important thing. So mind you, this is their Form 8K, which is filed right now, September 19th. This is hot off the presses, right? Which is why we're all covering it. And Jonas, I'm sure WW Pro, Valiant, everyone's going to be on this like a knife on butter.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
Yeah. But they absolutely do deserve this. They deserve all of us ragging on them. But this is coming out right now in light of, and we have to think about it, and I'll remind you guys, a schedule whereby we're going to get in the next month or two massive rulings in the cases against Disney in Florida. Specifically, if you look at the scheduling, the order regarding scheduling, which was put out recently, and shout out to Not K on Twitter, who capped this, and then I recropped it, which is they have a schedule now, which is agreed upon by the court, to respond to this amended complaint because Disney removed all but one of their claims in federal court. So the defendants, i.e. DeSantis, the board, they're going to respond by September 28th. Then Disney's going to get to reply back. Then there's going to be all final motions have to be locked in by October 30th. But at that point, we're going to get a ruling. So within a month and a half or so of now, we're going to get some action in the federal case. So this is something I am really looking forward to, but I also think Disney is not looking forward to, because if it goes badly, it's going to look bad for all their plans for development, right? A lot of these plans, to the extent they're in Florida, they're going to be hampered. They're going to be hamstrung.
Agreed. And most of it's DVC anyways.
Yes. So let's just This video has been a clip of a previous live stream, and it's clipped so you can get the information in a shorter, compact package, the information you need. If you want the full video, the whole context, the whole thing, you can check out the full stream. That is in the link below. Check that out, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.